We're at the BNBL Championships at the very end of the summer.
This is actually the game I'm looking forward to of the three tonight. This is probably the most even game going into it.
Are you kidding me?
We've seen him do that
Maurice
before.
Works. Nice move to the basket there for the showstoppers.
To have those long arms and really good hands, it's a major advantage.
Oh, bring it down the house! What a game here in the girls 15 and under division. Hello, Boston, and welcome to the Clark Athletic Center at UMass Boston for the 2018 BNBL Championships. Right now we got the boys 15 and under division as the Lee School takes on Hyde Park. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner, as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, we got the boys 15 and under division. This is often a fun division to do because it's the guys that we're going to be seeing in high school probably next year and a couple of years after that.
Definitely.
And some of these guys, you look at this game and you're like, you sure we're not in the 18 and under division sometimes? I mean,
well,
these guys can play.
A few of them are going to play in the 18 and under games later on. So, again, Lee School, because Lee School has 3 teams here tonight, it's going to be a situation where, like you just said, a few of the 15-year-olds are going to step up and play later on.
That's right. And a lot of times we've seen in these championship games, the younger players who play in both divisions, they help a lot in that older division game because they certainly show the talent that they have, and also because they're kind of already warmed up before the championship game.
Oh, no doubt about it. We saw it last night with the girls. With Showstoppers, had a bunch of their girls play in 2 divisions and played well on both sides. So it's one of those things, and it's one of the unusual but really interesting things about BNBL.
That's right.
That's what's allowed to happen in the championship games.
Yes, should be fun to see here in this one here tonight. Now, for more on this game, let's go to our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth, what do you have?
Guys, don't expect a tremendous shooting display, especially from the outside from this particular version of the Lee School. Both Eric Bradshaw, the head coach of the Lee School team, and Mark Brathwaite on the other side for the Hyde Park team, we're focused on transition and clogging the lane. Mark Brathwaite wants 4 guys in the middle, not focusing on the players along the perimeter, making sure they get the defensive rebounds, making sure they get the stops in transition. Eric Bradshaw says his team's very good in defense. They're very good on transition. Those are their 2 biggest strengths. So don't expect a 3-point barrage in this particular contest. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Seth. And, as much as we've talked about the 3-point shot, being a huge part of the game now in basketball, these 2 teams, it's not so much.
This one might be different. This one might be very different. I was watching the Hyde Park players warming up, and they barely took any threes. Everything was inside. They were trying to have cuts going to the baskets, trying to post inside. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, we'll see if both these teams will be going back and forth with defense and turnovers, which is probably going to fuel their offense rather than that outside shooting. So we're just about set to go here at the Clark Athletic Center at UMass Boston. Boys 15 and under BNBL Championship. Lee School in the light blue uniforms. As usual, the Hyde Park team in the all-black T-shirts. And, of course, both those colors blend into this court.
Hey, this new paint job for the UMass Boston Beacons home basketball court. Very impressive. Very different, too. Very different.
They did a great job renovating this gym. And the Lee School controls the opening tap, and we're underway in the boys 15 and under BNBL Championship.
So they need Chris P. and now step ball out of bounds. You can see this, just like Seth was saying, this Hyde Park team in black really crowding the lane. Good pass inside, though, to help that layup. Full court pressure by Lee School.
So Cepeda knocks down that layup to get things going for Lee School. Hyde Park back down the other end, scoring the layup inside. That time it was Ray Bosquet.
That Hyde Park foul number 6, Orlando Johnson, his first personal on the team's first foul.
Good travel there, yeah.
That was Shaheem Odom trying to work his way inside.
Yeah, thought he had a bit of a mismatch against basket, but turned into a travel.
And stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, actually,
Chris Pierre.
his big body showed some good athleticism getting to the ball, but couldn't keep it in balance to his teammate. Lee School's going to stay with that full court pressure until Hyde Park proves that they can break it and score.
Good swing for Lee School. Three-pointer on the way, but it's short. And Hyde Park trying to jumpstart the fast break, but Lee School comes away with the loose ball. Another three on the way from Lee School, no good. Hyde Park again getting out on the break. That one's poked away as Bosquet was trying to go back to the rim that time on the fast break.
Looks like the big fella, number 4, Chris Pierre, is going to be a major factor for Hyde Park. Bad pass on the inbounds. They're trying to get the ball to Pierre.
Lee School back down the other end. Layup is good from Manny Mendez.
Got a reaching foul on Lee School.
That Lee School foul number 6, Manny Mendez.
Lee School doesn't matter. They're going to play that aggressive full court pressure. Patience is going to break the press for Hyde Park.
Yeah, Hyde Park with some great passing up the floor, results in a layup.
Once you break half court, you play the press right.
Jamar Henry.
Press breaker right, you're usually going to get a layup. Mark Brathwaite, the coach for the Hyde Park team, we saw him a couple of years ago. He was coaching Massasoit against RCC. Coaching Massasoit girls, women rather. Been around quite some time. Playing with a short bench today. They only have one player available off the bench.
Three-pointer straight ahead is good. Desante Bowen. We saw him for a couple of years at O'Brien.
Right. Yeah.
Since he was an 8th grader. That's stolen away by Bowen. Desante, clear path to the basket. And Dempsey due for 2. Another turnover. Bowen inside.
Hyde Park needs a timeout. They're not breaking this press correctly. They did it once and got a layup, but the last 2 times they've had turnovers.
Getting fouled on his way to the rim. That time was Jamar Henry, so he'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Brathwaite wants to talk to his team now. There's the drive to the basket by Henry. They will draw the contact. Tough break when you lose so many of your players from the summer. To be the championship game with just 6 players, I mean, obviously you're missing a few, but
right.
Just a tough break.
And that free throw is good that time from Henry, so back to a 4-point game.
Inside, again, going right to the post. Odom, good job inside to get that hoop. 11-6, Lee School by 6 points. 11-5, rather, I'm sorry. Turnover's really hurting this Hyde Park team in black.
Behind the back inside, but it's blocked inside by Hyde Park.
Good job by Chris Pierre. Had a turnover, but made up for it with a block and a rebound.
Free ball short, and here comes Lee School back down the other end. Layup and 1 for the Lee School. That's Kyle Hicks, who's going to go to the free throw line for a three-point play.
Again, another fast break. It's what Lee School lives on. So the Hyde Park team, it appears to me that Hyde Park is being forced to start a couple of kids who aren't used to being in the starting lineup. They seem to be a little out of sync. It's natural to be a little nervous if you're not used to it. There were one player on the bench just entered the game, so we'll see if Remy makes a difference.
Drive floater doesn't fall. That time from Bosquith. And offensive foul looks like it's going to be on Kyle Hicks.
Yeah, good job by Pierre to set himself up in the lane. Took that contact.
Offensive foul, Lee School number 4, Kyle Hicks. His first personal. The team's third foul.
Put back.
Say, good job, good hustle.
And that was Orlando Thompson, who got his own rebound, and now is going to get a couple at the charity stripe.
Plus Thompson, this rebound action. One of the smaller guys in there, but you have timing, hustle, you're going to get some of those loose balls. Steal, 2-on-1 break.
And it's blocked by Bowen.
Yeah.
Can't play the 2-on-1 much better than that defensively.
Get the block shot and the rebound.
Good swing for Lee School, and the three is buried at the top of the key. That's Randy Nova.
You have one confident team, and you have one team that's just not. I guess nervous is, I guess, the best description, because this had an easy 2-on, what should have been an easy 2-on-1 break. Simple pad, lay down, should have been a layup.
Yeah, 7-0 run there for Lee School, and our sideline reporter Seth Orensky has got an update for us. Seth?
Thanks, guys. Mark Brathwaite, the head coach of Hyde Park, is using every one of his team's free throws on the offensive half to huddle up the other four guys and focus on a different aspect of the game that they're struggling with. First time, he focused on Chris Pierre needing to be a little bit more aggressive, both with the ball, trying to break the press, and just overall. Since then, he's grabbed a couple of rebounds. He's been a lot better in terms of pushing the ball in transition, and even drew a charge. So we've seen a much better Chris Pierre. Now they have to work on a couple more things, try to bring this gap in a little bit closer as we end the first half. Guys?
Thanks very much, Seth. You know, when you're down a few guys, you do have to get creative and try to figure out ways to get guys breather, but still get guys together, still talk to your guys when you can. And
Even though coaches never want to admit it, they got to figure out who's too nervous to play.
Right.
that's a factor. I mean, sometimes when an atmosphere like this, crowds filing in, and like you said, with a college venue, they have a situation where it's spotlight gets to be pretty big.
Now Lee School fouls number 4, Kyle Hicks, his second personal, the 15th foul.
So they're really struggling getting the ball in bounds.
Lee School basketball.
That three was short, but put back no good either. And here comes Hyde Park out on the break. And tap in no good. And Hyde Park going to try to reset for a moment.
Yeah, it's almost like the Hyde Park kids in black are just unfamiliar with where their teammates are going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a travel that time on Orlando Thompson.
Like a zone diamond and two defense for Hyde Park and Black is they are trying to crowd the lane so they can rebound. But they are giving up some outside shots.
That three no good, and the rebound by Pierre. Nova inside, lays it down nicely.
Good defense.
Good defense by Hyde Park.
They
And that's going to be travel, yeah, by Shaheem Odom.
Yeah, like you said, the first sequence that had a block shot. Got the offensive rebound the second time and took an extra step to try to get clear. You see, the Hyde Park kids just aren't executing the press breaker.
Oh, almost another turnover for Hyde Park. Good give and go there, but what a block inside by Odom. Quickly up to Bowen. DeSante. Straight to the goal, no good. Nova. Both teams with some sloppy play, and now it's going to be a foul on Hyde Park.
I was going to say, I don't know what, I mean, the effort by Hyde Park is actually giving Lee School some trouble in the half-court set. Hyde Park's just having a hard time staying in the game because their offense is very, very disorganized.
Drive by Hyde Park. Basket doesn't go, but
yeah, again, good job by Thompson. They're going to the basket.
Yeah, forcing the action. He'll get 2 free throws.
One of the smaller players on the Hyde Park team. And they draw the foul. Hyde Park's going to need a couple of guys to continue doing that. To challenge this more athletic Lee School defense.
Thompson, no good on the first substitution for the Lee School. As Manny Mendez heads to the bench, Chase Peoples going to come in. And Thompson knocks down the second. So back to a 10-point lead for Lee School. 3.5 minutes left to go before halftime. Peoples scoring 3 off the back rim. Bowen, nice pass inside to Odom, who's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, it's like like I mentioned, it's like a diamond and shoe, which means that we have basically 4 players in the lane, but somehow Hyde Park still allowing the big fellas from Lee School to sneak on along that baseline and get free. Hyde Park is having a tough time.
Bowen with another nice drive. For 2.
That was all him. He had to steal, had to tap away, got the steal, and was able to finish the layup. Pierre cuts to the basket. At times able to get some contact. See the big fella earn a couple of free throws.
The end of the free throw line seems to be the best offense right now for Hyde Park.
Exactly. If they can start to get something, make something.
Pierre no good on the first. You know, with a running team like Lee School is,
Got to try to slow them down.
Got to try to slow them down somehow.
Whatever it takes.
Right.
And that's the Hyde Park team. They've just been so shaky offensively. That's really been their problem. 1 out of 2 again.
Timeout, Lee School.
So Lee School takes a timeout. 1:05 left to go in the first half. They're on top by 13. So this Hyde Park team actually defensively hasn't been too bad. It's the offense.
Oh, they've been much better
having a tough time.
defensively. Their offense, and I think it's unfamiliarity because if you only have 6 kids, then clearly you're missing 3 or 4.
Right.
It seems to me like they might be missing like 3 of the starters.
Right.
Because
right.
they're almost like
how
unfamiliar
successful
with
they've
each
been.
other.
Right. Right. We'll see if they can get things together here. Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/GameOfTheWeekBoston. Make sure you like us there. A lot of good stuff on our Facebook page. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. If you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. Lee School with a 13-point lead, and they're really sharing the basketball too. They have 5 total assists on their team, and it's by each assist is by a different player. So each guy has helped another player get an easy basket.
They always move the ball.
Another good swing there for Lee School. Bowen.
The Hyde Park defense is very active. It's just that they're not able to rebound when they need to.
And Bowen is everywhere as he gets that one to go back up.
He's having a half, isn't he?
So DeSante with a rebound and a putback. And once again, another timeout by Lee School. 41 seconds left to go here in the first half.
You can't carry him over, so you use him up. Yeah, Bowen's really putting on a show. He's doing a little bit of everything.
We've seen DeSante since his 8th grade year at O'Brien when he was the starting point guard for their high school team. I believe it's only going to be his sophomore year next season, either sophomore or junior year. I can never keep track, but he's already got a couple of years of high school experience under his belt. You can see why.
He's very comfortable. Really comfortable being out there, getting major minutes, having the ball and being one of the guys relied on to get things going. He moves without the ball really well, knows how to get to spots, and can create his own shot with the ball if he needs to.
Coming out of the timeout, 15-point lead for the Lee School. If you're Hyde Park, you got to think they just want to try to get a basket or two just to kind of get a little confidence going into halftime.
That's exactly the case, and it's just tough because you're just seeing it's almost like pickup basketball. The guys are just unfamiliar with what the teammates going to do.
Let's go out of bounds off of Lee School, so Hyde Park with another chance here with 23 seconds for the half.
Everybody loves those floating shots. When the floaters go in, they look great, but when they don't go in, a lot of times they're air balls. It's going to be a traveling violation. I'm sure at this point, Hyde Park has more turnovers than points, and that's just tough for a first half in a championship game.
Meanwhile, Lee School trying to pad their 15-point lead. 10 seconds left to go before halftime.
Watch the baseline, trying to get the ball inside.
Peoples with a deep three, and it rattles home for him at the buzzer. So Peoples knocks that one down at the half. 25-7 is the lead for the Lee School over Hyde Park. And like you mentioned, Al, it just seems like this Hyde Park team, sort of, like you said, probably not all the players there and a little out of sorts coming into the game.
Oh, definitely. There's that last shot. That's sort of wraps up how they have to be for Hyde Park. They have a three-pointer bounce around and fall in, to make it a bigger deficit. So it's just tough. I mean, when you watch them on offense, the Hyde Park team clearly seems unfamiliar. They don't seem to be having a hard time running any kind of offense, and they drive to the basket a couple of times, get to the free throw line, can't make the free throws. It's just a tough situation.
No question.
And they only have 6 players, so.
Yeah, tough sledding right now for this Hyde Park team. We'll see if halftime adjustments can help them at all. Right now, their head coach, Mark Brathwaite, is with our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth?
Joined by Hyde Park coach Mark Brathwaite. Coach, obviously in the first half that you want to put behind you, how do you get back into this game in the second half?
We got to control the boards and and play some defense. We're not controlling the boards. They're getting easy layups, easy shots, second chance shots. That's all they're doing to us. They're not doing nothing we ain't talked about. I told them they got 1 3-point shooter, and they're gonna rebound. And we gotta have 5 guys to the board boxing out and rebounding. That's what we need.
That 1 3-point shooter is a pretty good one. Desante Bowen's had a lot of success at the high school level. How do you slow him down?
We just got to get one guy out in front of him. That's all we can do. We just got to get one guy in front of him and help defense. That's all we can do.
Coach, good luck in the second half. I know you want to talk to your team.
Thank you.
Guys, take it away.
Thanks very much, Seth. And Coach Brathwaite, I'm sure, has a few things to say to his guys. And
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've known Mark for years, and that's the frustrated Mark.
Right.
Okay. I mean, he's saying probably the same things we've been saying the whole first half. I mean, you can't be just throwing the ball away. They had the press breaker. He clearly told them what the press breaker was to use. But when you have unfamiliar kids who aren't used to being out there for a lot of minutes, oftentimes all it takes is one step out of position. And that gives the defense a chance to step in the passing lane, get a deflection, or get a steal. We saw Lee School do that. A steal turns into layups for them. We know that at all ages. Doesn't matter what age Lee School team it is.
That's their formula.
A turnover turns into layups. That's how it is.
Absolutely. The Lee School doing what they do best. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half of the boys 15 and under BNBL championship here at UMass right after these words. Don't go away.
Just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his
I
backpack.
can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just gotta
trying as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the Clark Athletic Center at UMass Boston for the 2018 BNBL Championships. Right now, we're just about ready to start the second half of the boys 50 and under championship. The Lee School leads Hyde Park 25-7, and Hyde Park got to get off to a good start here in the second half.
Well, see if the halftime talk can make any difference at all. I mean, the defense for Hyde Park was slightly better than their offense. Their offense just didn't produce much. 7 points in the half is not going to get you much at all.
Hyde Park with the ball to start the second half.
It's hard to see what they're trying to do with their offense.
In the air, short on the jumper. Peoples with the rebound for Lee School.
Good passing by Lee School. Patience. All they want to do is wait until they can get a decent shot.
Yeah, 3-second violation
3 seconds.
on Lee School.
Thompson's been like the ball right now. He's like the only player who's made some aggressive moves to the basket for Hyde Park. Good pass that time.
Another turnover. Here comes Bowen. Desante with a 1-on-4, and now he's going to pull it back out for a moment. And Desante will now get 2 free
he
throws.
wants to score. Doesn't matter. He lost control of the ball, but hustled to get it back. Once you get it back, he's going to go right to the basket. Yeah, you're right. There's something to be said. You were talking about it before halftime. Desante, as an 8th grader playing varsity basketball, that literally gives you like an extra year and a half of a lot of varsity experience, and he really shows it. I mean, he's one of the type of player that easily can play both 15 and under and 18 and under.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that tonight. Well, the Lee School, each team seems to have about 12 or 13 guys.
That's the thing. They have that side has a lot of players who want to be involved.
People's trying for a pass inside. It's just Pierre trying for a pass inside. That's going to stay with Hyde Park.
Yeah, all the Hyde Park players just having a tough time finding an open teammate. I mean, the guys are moving a bit, but they're just not able to really get free.
And once again, a layup that was deflected. Oh, good steal that time. And another block inside by Odom. Peoples open three. And Thompson still going to work underneath, but that's going to stay with the Lee School.
Into the Hyde Park lineup, number 5, Lewis Morin.
You see Coach Brathwaite. Definitely frustrated. Now you got a wide open, great pass inside to Odom, who can't get the reverse lay-in.
Possession stays with the Lee School.
I think when Odom went up, looked like he was thinking about dunking the ball, but got challenged by Pierre. Nice steal by Pierre.
Now they got a fast break. That's Morin back down the other end for the layup.
First fast break points of the game for Hyde Park.
They were on 7 for a long time. See if that gets them going a little bit. Bowen again off the jump stop, gets the basket and one.
Well, what Mark Brathwaite told Seth in the beginning, and we asked him about trying to stop Bowen, he said, we just got to get somebody in front of him. That time he went by 3 different guys. The little jump step gets him right to the backboard.
You think about the last few guys for O'Brien High School who have played on the high school team as 8th graders. You go back to Wayne Turner, Wayne Selden, excuse me.
That's right.
Wayne Selden, and then also Rivaldo Soares. So you've got a kid who's an NBA player and another kid who's going to be a Division I college basketball player.
Easily, no doubt.
And I think you probably have a third with DeSante if he continues the way he's going.
Yeah, you mentioned Wayne Selden. He signed a contract with the Grizzlies. It seems actually to be pretty much set as part of their rotation coming up this season. We've seen Rivaldo the last couple of seasons, and it's almost like he gets a little longer every time you look at him.
Each time you see him. I know Rivaldo, I think, got an offer from St. Bonaventure.
No, he'll definitely be D1.
So he'll definitely, which will be one of many offers, I believe. So. Substitution for Hyde Park. As Bosquet takes a seat. Coming back in is Lewis Morin. DeSante for 3. Runner off the back rim, no good. As Peoples comes away with the rebound for Lee School. Taken right back. Pierre on the drive. He'll get 2 free throws.
That big body to draw some contact. Yeah, it's just tough. You never want to come to a championship game and have a bad performance like this. Feel bad for the Hyde Park kids.
And Pierre knocks down the first. Especially if, like you mentioned, you're missing 2 or 3 of your star players, if that's the case. Pierre
It's
knocks
clear.
down both.
You can just look at them and see how uncomfortable they are on offense.
Sure.
That tells you that there's at least one other ball handler or one other shooter who's not here.
Peoples off the up fake. Gets it to go for Lee School.
All he was doing was shooting threes the time he was in. That time, fake the 3 and get right to the board.
It's going to be a kick ball, so that'll stay with Hyde Park.
Into Lee School, number 3, Viswani Zaveda.
Another drive results in a missed layup that time for Hyde Park. What a drive right there, and going to the free throw line will be Kyle Hicks of the Lee School.
Again, Hicks, there you go, splitting the defense again. We've seen a lot of that by the Lee School players.
His first personal, the 14th foul.
And Hicks hits the first. Substitution for the Lee School. People's going to head to the bench as Nova comes back in. Hicks misses the second. 22-point lead for Lee School here with under 8 minutes left to go.
It's been a strange series championship game. We had two really big scores with the girls last night. This one turning into another blowout.
Thompson with a nice drive.
He's been the only bright spot for Hyde Park offensively. Another travel there.
Yeah, it's going to be Stephen Jean Louis. Thompson. Nice little up and under move that time from Jamar Henry, who will head to the free throw line.
Henry was actually sort of stuck. Watch Thompson gets to Henry. He's a little stuck right there, but did a good job to go up and under. There's a really reach there.
Jamar Henry in the line for Hyde Park. Shoot two.
Henry cannot hit the first.
Back in for Hyde Park. Number 4.
Pierre back in for Hyde Park. As Dominic Remy heads to the bench.
Yeah, we talked about how if they could get something going, Hyde Park, a couple of back-to-back baskets, haven't still done that in the entire game. Lee School's just done pretty much what they wanted. More of the same.
Another nice
it's like a secondary type fast break for them.
Yeah, Jean Louis off the pass from Cepeda. Henry keeps fighting inside. He'll get 2 more free throws for this Hyde Park team.
Yeah, back-to-back drives to the basket for Henry. Yeah, the problem is just frustration because the kids are figuring nothing else is going right and just try to make a strong move to the basket. Maybe get a couple of free throws. You see the glimpse of the Lee School bench, and I think they're just surprised this has been so easy. You don't come to a championship game ahead by 20 points at halftime.
Sure. Henry knocks down the second. And it's going to be a foul in the backcourt on Hyde Park.
That Hyde Park foul number 6. Orlando Thompson. His third personal. The team's 5th foul.
Holding foul. It'll be Lee School ball into the basket.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 more free throws for the Lee School as Cepeda will head to the free throw line.
Fouls on Hyde Park number 5, Lewis Flores, his second personal, the 7th team foul.
Yeah, Hyde Park was forced to go man-to-man a couple of minutes ago, and that just has the Lee School players, the aggressive players, going to the basket, drawing fouls.
Coach Brathwaite calls a timeout. 3:21 left to go here in the second half. Lee School with a 22-point lead here in the boys 15 and under BNBL championship. You got to like what you're seeing out of Coach Brathwaite, though, even though his team is certainly out of it at this point. Still coaching these guys hard and still trying to work with these guys.
Well, the thing is, he wants to see them do some things correctly on both offense and defense. He put a little bit of a half-court press in. They had to, like I said, they had to go man-to-man, but now he's having them move up in pressure, even though the better one-on-one players are with Lee School. You have to get your guys just engaged, try to get some couple of deflections, maybe some fast break opportunity. They've only had, 2 fast breaks the whole game. And it's frustrating because Lee School, the lineups they put out there, there'll be a mismatch with quickness. Not necessarily size, but with quickness. That's what's happening right now.
Nice little drive by Thompson. Doesn't fall for him, but
yes,
go back to the free throw line.
Has virtually no size up there right now. Thompson again, taking the bump. It's tough luck on the shot because he actually had a chance to try to convert a three-point play.
Six for 13 from the line is Hyde Park. Thompson hits the second, so they stay at 50% from the free throw line. Another drive from Hicks, and he's able to spin it off the backboard.
It just came in the game with coast to coast.
And it's Moore enforcing the action. He gets fouled on his way inside the paint, so he'll go back to the free throw line for Hyde Park, as the clock will stop at 2 minutes here in the second half.
His second personal, the team's 6th foul. Lewis Moore at the line for Hyde Park, shooting 2.
And Morin knocks down his first free throw attempt of the night. As Peoples comes back in for Lee School, Kyle Hicks heads back to the bench. Second free throw, no good, but it's Thompson again working hard inside, and the ball just doesn't want to go in for Thompson.
There you go.
There he goes.
Got a
rewarded for all his work.
I tell you, Remy that time, you're right, reward him with a layup.
Thompson again looking out on the break. Good lead pass to Pierre.
Finish by a big fella. Steal by Hyde Park.
Thompson for 3.
Nice little run by Hyde Park.
Hyde Park foul number 4, Chris Pierre, his second personal, team's 8th foul.
Both teams a 13-point total here in the second half. The gap was so wide at halftime that Hyde Park had a steep mountain to climb.
Exactly. Lee School just stayed in control.
Peoples with the scoop shot, and he'll get 2 free throws for Lee School.
You see Peoples again sliding by the defenders.
Peoples good on the first. Peoples misses the second. Lee School 7 for 9 from the free throw line tonight. So.
Well, they were comfortable from the beginning. I mean, it was easy. They got off to a decent start. And so when you relax like that, you're usually going to make your shots.
Pierre trying to carve out some space underneath. So he'll go back to the stripe here with 22 seconds left to go as the Lee School well in command here.
Like you said, make some room with that big body. Get you free throws. Like you said, Lee School always has a full bench, so a game like this, everybody got decent playing time.
Yeah, the minutes definitely were spread around. So the Lee School will capture the boys 15 and under BNBL championship here in 2018. They win it 39-21 over Hyde Park. And right from the get-go, it was the Lee School doing what they do best, creating turnovers, running. But I think one thing that surprised us was the three-point shooting. I mean, I know DeSante Bowen, we know, is a pretty good shooter, but we didn't expect this team to hit too many deep shots, but they hit a few threes.
A couple players come off the bench hit shots, you're right.
That's right.
And again, I think it's because they're all comfortable. They didn't expect it to be as relatively easy as it was. I mean, everything they did worked. They rebounded well, they ran the floor, and just like you said, the three-point shots that were open, they took them, made them, and they got that easy, 20-point lead the first half. And Hyde Park being so shorthanded, just really didn't have an answer at all.
That's right. Hyde Park with a tough time tonight, but it was the Lee School who captured the boys 15 and under BNBL championship. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our Game of the Week MVP and our final stats here from the Clark Center at UMass Boston right after these words. Don't go away.
Foster safety. Foster hope. Foster joy. Foster curiosity. Foster support. Become a foster parent, because every parent makes a difference. Foster, Massachusetts.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
You go and step out of the vehicle for me?
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing. And it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
First time I tried biking, and it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up, No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again. But an awkward silence can be a great thing, like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Queen is just my everything.
His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you.
getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. We're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. It's so wet.
With the groove, show proof, keep it smooth as I bust the move. Hey, yo, step it swiftly. With me, keep up. If not, just stop, pop a squat, put your feet up. Read up, pay attention, listen to the melody. Remember what you heard, got my words to the spell of me. Top notch, got them all jumping like hopscotch. A jumping rope like double dutch in the air. Show me what you got, keep it hot like a heater. You thinking you a treat, cause you're sweet, but I'm sweeter. Leader of the pack, cause they all stay behind me. I'm old school, you don't skip tracks, you rewind me. Grind me, sit on my craft.
Welcome back to the Clark Athletic Center at UMass Boston at the conclusion of the boys' 15 and under BNBL championship. Lee School takes down Hyde Park 39-21. Certainly a dominant performance by this Lee School team, and the catalyst for their team was absolutely their point guard, DeSante Bowen. Great all-around game for him.
Oh, good point on both ends of the floor, too. Get the offense started. He's one of the key players when they throw that full-court defense on you, getting deflections, finishing with layups. So you're right. He did it all tonight. And unfortunately, Hyde Park was a little short-handed, but you can't take away from his performance.
No question. Certainly one of the better players we've seen in the city over the last couple of years. He is our MVP tonight, and he is with our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth?
Joined by DeSante Bowen and Eric Bradshaw, the Lee School. DeSante, we said off air, you've won 3, maybe 4 championships now. You're playing for another one. How much do your past experiences, both here and O'Brien, help you? You just seem so calm on the floor, and it certainly helped your team today.
Especially playing varsity as an 8th grader, I mean, it built my confidence a lot. So when I play in games like this with my age group, it's like I'm able to keep my cool at all times.
The other team was really trying to limit your ability to shoot the 3 and then hoping that the other guys couldn't hit the 3. You hit a couple big ones to open up the game early on in that first half. How much have you worked on that 3-point shot? It's clearly a big part of your game.
As you can see, my growth from 8th grade year to now, I've been in the gym working on it a lot, and it's becoming way more consistent, so now I feel way more confident shooting it. As you can see, it goes in now.
And then on an individual note, you just played in 15, you're about to play in 18. Does the way you focus in a game, is the way you attack a game any different from those different age ranges?
I mean, it's basically the same. I have to be a leader for both age groups, but as long as I'm cool at all times, getting my teammates involved, I feel like it's the same mindset every game.
Congratulations on a great game. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Bring in Coach. Obviously, DeSante had a great game, but you have a really talented and deep team. We'll see the Lee School twice in the 18-under game, and all of your rosters seem to have 12, 13 guys. What does that say about the Lee School's ability to have deep rosters and very talented rosters?
Well, we work. A lot of our kids get in the gym and work out, and you can see it in their game. It pays off. You don't get better in the game. You get better working out. You showcase that in the game. So a lot of them put the work in the gym, and it shows on the court.
What was your big focus with this team? Obviously, the other team with only 6 guys, they were a little bit shorthanded. They couldn't handle your press. But what were you happiest about with this individual performance for this team?
I was really kind of disappointed. I just didn't think they focused a lot earlier, but I told them to respect their opponent. The second half, we picked it up with Mandy's defense on top of the ball. It made it a little better for us. And then we got DeSante Kyle and Shaheem Odom. It's just 3 talented kids, 15 going on 16, and it makes it easy sometimes to coach them.
Coach, congratulations on who knows how many titles. Good luck going forward, guys.
Thanks very much, Seth. And, certainly Eric Bradshaw realizes the talent he has in DeSante Bowen. He's going to coach him again in the boys 18 and under game. But the Lee School just keeps churning out these kinds of wins where they just do exactly what they love to do, create turnovers, go on fast breaks like that. You see their defense, too. And it's not just that they limit teams to tough shots, but you know, anytime a team sort of gets into trouble, it's like Lee School extends their defense even further out, keeps these teams away from the basket.
Exactly. Their philosophy basically is the defense starts their offense.
Right.
And we've seen that over and over again in all different age groups, and we'll see it again in the upcoming 18-year-old game. More so because they've pretty much perfected it. Those kids have been in the program for a long enough time. Going to jump into that full court pressure. And what's interesting is to be playing against another team from the same from Lee School, so they were both familiar with both offense and defense. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, we'll see who can run it better. So let's take a look at the final stats from the boys 15 and under game before we sign off from this one. And first up, it's Hyde Park.
Yeah, Hyde Park just couldn't get anything going offensively. Both Thompson and Pierre ended up with 6 points. You had Thompson with 6 rebounds and Pierre with 5. Thompson 3 rebounds and Remy with 1. Just not a whole lot in the scoring department. They put a little bit of spread on it right at the end to get to 21 points. Meanwhile, for Lee School, more balanced. You talk about Bowen, 14 points, 14 quiet points actually. Peoples ended up with 6. You got 6 rebounds from both Owens and Hicks. Hicks with 3 assists and Cepeda with 1 assist. Usually Lee School teams have more assists, but because they could have a lot of one-on-one action because of the shorthanded team from Hyde Park, their assist totals weren't as high as we're used to seeing.
No question. And certainly a very impressive victory again for this Lee School team. They are the 2018 boys 15 and under BNBL champions. Folks, want to thank you for joining us on this one for Game of the Week. If you want to watch this game again, you can certainly go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week. All the games from this BNBL season are up there. You can also follow us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/game of the week Boston. A lot of good links, pictures, videos, great stuff on that Facebook page. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. One more game in the 2018 BNBL season. It's the boys 18 and under coming up next. But for right now, I'm going to say so long here from the Clark Athletic Center here at UMass Boston. Take care, everybody.